Alright, the highlight video from June 17th from the Greatstockpix.com live trading chat room. Sarandib, one of our all-stars, these are 1 minute candles he called WLT as a short. Right there, 12.45, stop at 12.55, so about a dime risk. And then as I scroll, you'll see what happens. Goes down, and then I'll just switch to fives. That was right at 10 o'clock. So now on 5 minute candles, you can see where this happened. Basically right in here on this red 5 minute candle. 12.45 short, 12.55 stop, and this thing dropped to 11.16, which is $1.29 in our favor on a dime risk. Just a great short idea. Sarandib's kind of our room short specialist. RKUS was my idea. RKUS looked just like this when I called it. I already had this kind of in my notes. I didn't put it on the watch list for the members because it's kind of a thinner stock, but I had it in my notes, and then when I saw it setting up about like this, I went ahead and put out the call idea that here's the early high. These are 5 minute candles. Okay, so here's the early high, then I put in a lower high, and then I put in this little tight base. So my thinking was you get above this base with a stop below this base, you could take out the high of the day, and this, as I'll show you the daily in just a minute, this is a beaten up stock that just had what we call shape change on the daily, so certainly due for a bounce. So anyway, my entry idea was 1092, which is basically right over that little spike, 1092 with a 1080 stop. And there's the trigger. Basis for a little bit, then we get that high of day break push. And while the market was tanking, and this is kind of cool, the market was tanking, this thing was grinding higher all day. I mean, while the SPY is doing the exact opposite. And this is what I mean by tanking. Shouldn't use the term tanking because the market ended up over Friday's close, but still the market was selling hard, and it's always nice to be in a stock that is defying the market. So certainly a nice call there. 1092, 12 cents risk, and it went to 11.76. Very nice percentage gain there on 12 cents risk. And I'll show you the daily real quick. If I take today's candle out of it, you can see that shape change you always hear me talk about, right? Grinding lower, and then from here to here, you have almost straight down and bigger volume. So that's why it was on my bounce play radar. But you see it doesn't average over 1 million a day, so I didn't have it on watch. But then on an intraday basis, gave such a clean setup that I called it for the room, and ended up being real nice. And speaking of relative strength, Zozo, one of our all-stars, called this during lunch at 770. This is KNDI again. At 770, let me get this right, 771 with a stop 16 cents below. So there's the trigger, and ends up getting through the high of the day. This doesn't look like much from here to here, but well, from 771 it went to 831. 60 cents on a $7 stock is a very nice percentage gain, and that one never stopped out either. So there's some highlights from today. Overall, it was a slow grinding day, but certainly some nice trades, and worked well for me. And I'll quit babbling. We'll see you guys tomorrow.